Hello, everybody. This is Steve with Ghost Trades, and it is May 12th, 2024, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day for all of you mothers who are with us. We had an interesting week, kind of actually a boring week, but we did manage to climb. The Dow, the S&P rather went up about 30 net points is all. However, that's better than going down 30 net points. The problem that I feel is that we may be on some borrowed time. There was literally almost no news last week, no economic news that was going to move the market. That is not the case for this week. We also finished up some earnings last week, but here's the problem that we're seeing with earnings. Most companies, I would say like always, not every company, but most companies are beating their earnings, both top line, bottom line. However, we are not seeing positive follow through on earnings like we have the past two earnings cycle because more and more companies are announcing that they're not as bullish for the remainder of the year as they were at the beginning of the year. We had a terrible, terrible April, as you all know. However, we have not had a negative May in several years. In fact, before the pandemic, we have not had a negative May, and that includes the roller coaster of the pandemic. So I think right now we have seen kind of this action going up in the market. We are not at an all-time high, but we're pretty close. We're about 2 or 3%. And again, we did have some type of a shake off where the S&P went down about 5%. 10% is a correction. 20% is a bear market. We didn't get anywhere near that. We did go down 5%, kind of a shakeout. Since then, we have climbed higher. But again, I don't feel like it's the best climb higher that we've ever seen. Okay, coming up this week, we don't have much news tomorrow. A couple of the members of the Fed, not the Fed chair, but his committee members are speaking. But then on Tuesday, we have a couple of things. We have the PPI, the Producers Price Index. We also have Powell speaking, always, always dangerous. And then on Wednesday, we have the CPI and the CPI month over month. And also this week, we have the manufacturing index, how much it's costing to put things on the shelves. So there's some heavy economic news that's coming out this week, and I think it might really affect the market. I'm seeing more and more of the big boys put more and more of their positions in cash. I am also seeing more and more of them starting to really waver on their confidence, medium term on the market. We're also bluntly right in the heart of sell in May and go away. So we'll see what happens going forward. I do think we will be positive in May. There are no major earnings announcements this week that I think we'll be looking at. In fact, I don't know if we'll find any good earnings opportunities the rest of this cycle, just because of the pressure that we have seen on the lack of follow through with a lot of these companies who bluntly have done good. They've had good earnings, but again, none of them are jumping up and down saying, and we're going to follow this up with our best quarter ever. We are just not seeing that. That is causing the market to have virtually no follow through. Of course, there are exceptions. Chipotle went up, it's splitting. Carvana went up because of the short squeeze, but there hasn't been really a company announcing record revenue, earnings, and this is causing it to go up. It's going up. The ones that are going up for different reasons. So looking forward this week, there might be some opportunity tomorrow. We had a positive day on Friday, and we'll have to be very careful. However, sometimes we have seen the market rally into the close on the day before big announcements, which we have big announcements Tuesday, big announcements Wednesday. So be aware of that. Don't get too confident that the market's not going to go high. And at the same time, definitely, this is not the time to bet the farm that this bull market rally is going to continue, because I personally feel that we are on borrowed time. So we will meet, we will talk several times this week. We have our shadow trading, we have our morning huddle. So hopefully there's plenty of opportunity for you to feel like you've got some support and some encouragement, and hopefully even some plays. So be careful this week. Look out for Tuesday. Tomorrow should be relatively hiccup free as far as market driven news. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night. Peace.